Hi, how are all you doing? I have thought of all of you for so many days and wanted to pop on and share some insight of a recent conversation that I had with a client. And it was really interesting as I have seen so many clients do proxy healings for them and their kids and other things that have happened. And it's kind of the point where I would offer a word of caution. And as you become my client and we walk through this, I kind of build that caution into the experience. But as people try to do the do-it-yourself techniques, the number one thing I see with women, moms specifically, is that we want to fix everybody. And it's okay if they don't want to fix themselves, so long as we have that proxy permission. Let's just do it. Let's fix everybody. The number one problem with that is that mom has to be fixed first. Everyone around her can rise to her level, but if she's not rising because she's trying to push everyone else up, it doesn't work. They will not rise because mom will get worn down in the process because she'll be trying to do too much. Does this sound familiar? I think every mother has always felt this at some point in her life. So, what's the best solution? Well, the best solution is take care of mom first. Make sure mom is fed. It's the whole oxygen mask concept. Put your own oxygen mask on first, then take care of everyone else. So, as I had a mom with major concerns over so many family members, I said, sorry, that was a bee. I'm outside. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm earthing myself in my garden. I'll give you a quick preview. This is my garden. It's all been put to bed. I'm just sitting here with my feet in it. Okay, so the situation was mom has lots of concerns over so many family members, and she's trying to both help, talk to, but what I found is the number one concern is that she has taken on their worries into her own being, to the point where when we scan her for oils, she's no longer scanning for oils that would be for her, they're for everyone else. Because she's brought all their feelings into her being and owned them. So now she has to scan for their oils because she has to clean up herself because she brought all that extra garbage into her. And what's really interesting, I'm going to add this small detail because it's actually a huge issue, is the fact that mom's trying to help kids in a divorce situation, right? So there's that extra guilt that's coming in. So the guilt coming in, and I got to help them. I was part of the reason this became a problem, blah, 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 blah. The story continues. And it was fascinating as she was telling me some of the major issues that are happening with her kids. And as I was listening to all this, I had just an image of having all her kids coming in the room and sitting on the carpet between the two of us. And I was like, you gotta let them own their stuff. This happened for their life, for them to learn from, for them to take ownership of, and for them to feel the experience and then choose to heal it. And at one point I said, one of your kids may quite literally want to give up life because of the experience he's having. So have hope that he will not succumb and be a victim to it, but that he will want to rise above it and say, no, I'm not going to let it kill me anymore. I'm not going to let it eat at my health or the health of my family and my relationships anymore. So I was looking at all this, I was fascinated by it, and what I could see from my perspective is I could see where at the age the divorce happened, it affected the kids at that age and forward for the number of years it's been since the divorce. That age and forward. What is absolutely fascinating is I could see that, and I could see how each child is living their lives very differently, but all in accordance to the anger and the frustration they feel and the finger pointing they feel because they were kids when it happened. And so they're kids and feeling this. What was really cool is after that discussion, I had this insatiable appetite to go upstairs and read a new book I just got. It's called Chakra, Modern Day Chakra by Carol Tuttle. And so I went upstairs and I opened the book and I put all my kids to bed first. Because that's what a mom does. You go take care of you so I can take care of me. And then I sat down and I read this book. So by then I was actually pretty tired, but I did. And I came across a chart that talks about each age the chakra is developed. So of course we started the base chakra, the root chakra, and the root chakra is developed very, very early in life, like birth to 6 months old, and then it goes up and up and up and up and up. And I realized this image I had in the middle of this coaching session was incredibly similar to this chakra chart, that each kid had their chakra development affected or stunted because of the age this life upheaval happened. And when a life upheaval is because someone has a foot outside of the marriage and they're not really all in and they're not devoted and they're, living a double life or whatever, that affects it so much more deeply. And so each one had their chakra affected. And as you went back in time, I could see, as the coach, what had happened. And my admonition to mom was, stop it. Stop trying to heal them. You've got to stop. They need to see you rise up. They need to see you take care of your emotional trauma and not keep adding to the weight that you're feeling by trying to take on their emotional trauma and fix it for them. Because I said this the other day. I was helping a friend who was complaining for months about a situation in her life, and she'd complained to her closest friends and her husband, and two of us were over at her house one day, and we were both like, enough is enough. Let me help you end this situation you're complaining about. And we're like, text it, end it, be done with it. And it was just funny because she just didn't want to. So we helped her and we got it done. And as we were talking about the wording of the text to make sure it was super professional and appropriate, one of the suggestions was saying, I'm really sorry about this. And I was like, no, please, no. Sorry is an icky energy. And for 100% it's appropriate for apologies. But when there's a situation happening and it's frustrating to you and you've let it go on for too long. In this case, I was like, sorry is an icky energy. You are not sorry to put this forward. It is for everyone's best good that you end this situation so that you can continue on. You can be a great mom for your kids, because right now the situation is really affecting that. And this other person you're texting, I know this person, and they're going to take it in stride. This is not something new for them. These are situations that happen all the time in their business. Let's just move forward. Let's just end this. So please refrain from, I am sorry, I apologize is fine, but you're not apologizing for anything. You're ending something that you knew has been coming, and it's okay. Like, this happens all the time, these kind of situations. So that's where when you say something as casual as your kids get hurt, oh, I'm sorry. Why? How does that help? And I got into it with my daughter one day with sorry. I was like, look, let's end this. You can't be sorry for somebody. You can offer your heart of support. Wow, it was really awful that happened. I am here to support you. And if you can think of something right off the bat, do it. Because a cop-out is, if there's anything I can do, let me know. It's never helped anybody. But what I have found is that it's really helpful to say, I know you're going through something that's really tough right now. And I am totally here for you. I have some ideas. Would you like them? And sometimes they just need to know you are emotionally available for them to come to for love and support. And sometimes they want those ideas. And then other times I can say, there's nothing that's coming to mind right this second on how I can help you. I'm totally willing to. And then I even went to someone one day and I said, you've been sick for 2 weeks and you didn't call me? You call for support. And there's that mom, I thought I could do it all myself. No, we can't. We're human. And so I used an example and I said, see these? These are magic. There is magic in these fingers. And I know, based on inspiration in my life, that when I get certified to use these and charged to use these, my gift will be gone. I will never have the gift of magic in them ever again. So I'm very careful with how I use these. Very careful. I said, but sweetheart, I just unkinked your neck that's been stuck for 3 days. Use these. You can. It's available to you. And so then the minute that person that you are offering so much love towards, not sorry energy, love and support towards, comes to you, that's when you can jump on it. There's my chance. I'm going to help them out right now. So, number 1, take care of mom first. Always take care of mom first. This afternoon, I was trying to get my kids squared away. Quiet time in your room so that I can take care of me. And they weren't. So I'm like, well, it's time to take care of me. So I went and took a nap. And just that permission of like, my angels will take care of my kids. I can go take a nap. All will be well. And I swear to you, I was probably down for 15 minutes max before I popped out. And I was like, okay, that was the recharge I needed. But had I drugged on for another hour or 2 hours, I'd be really tired. I would be really ready to go to bed at 4 or 5 as my kids are getting home from school and dinner needs to happen. And that, my dears, is arsenic hour. And you never want to be cranky during that hour. So take care of you. When those opportunities present, take care of you. And that is the number one thing that heaven's been teaching me the last few days. It's been fascinating. I'm going to give this last still tidbit. I had a number of things to accomplish Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Thursday ran on a schedule that was very comfortable and appropriate for the day. And as I looked at what was left on Friday and Saturday, I was like, okay, Friday, I understand what is on the schedule, and I've got to make sure it sticks to a schedule so I can get back and I can get this accomplished and everything will be fine. And heaven taught me that it was much more important for me to put my schedule aside and to take a very slow approach to the day. Slow meaning, well, Jenny, now that you're here, you're going to visit with your sister-in-law and brother-in-law for about an hour. We're going to push off what you decided to do. Okay. Took it in stride. And when I felt that moment where it was like, okay, now it is time to move to the next thing, I did. And when I moved to the next thing, I got there and they said, it's a 50-minute delay. And I was like, what? 15 minutes? That was a harder one to swallow because I was in a place where I could not notify the next appointment that I would not be there on time. So I took it. And everything worked out fine, because it always does. When heaven's in charge of your life, everything works out for your best good. And this is what heaven was teaching me. It was like, you think you know something, but I know better. I know you need way more relaxing, slow movement right now. I said, okay. So I took it. And then that ended, and, you know, the next appointment was not at all upset about me being late. Great. Because I build in cushions in my day. And then I got to my next one, and it was, okay, you're going to be here for another hour and a half. And I was like, what? Longer? Yep. Okay. Of course, I didn't know that at the time it was starting, but by the time it ended, I was like, okay, I'm watching my clock, like, this is not really according to my plans. And then the next appointment, I just needed to move with it. And by then I was very much in the flow of like, okay, I'm moving with this appointment schedule. And then the next one. I by the end of the day, I was 4 hours behind schedule. I did not accomplish what needed to be accomplished by deadlines. Okay. So Saturday started, and I was like, okay, what can be done today, heaven? Because I've got my list and I'm ready to check it all off. But following the pattern that has been set forth for me. And ultimately, a few of those things just needed to filter clear through into Monday. And I was like, I'm okay. Trust in heaven to make sure that everything's going to working out okay. And that's how it goes. So, take care of you. Listen to the answers that are coming to you through the universe, through heaven, through God. They're all there to support you in your highest development, best good. And that's it for today. See ya.